Hey guys, Loco here, back with some more Hearts of Iron 4, playing the Black Ice mod as Germany. Now for those of you who watched the last video, what you'll be able to remember is what we did is we managed to take the rest of Czechoslovakia. So now that has been dealt with, what we are now trying to do is deal with taking over Yugoslavia, so that we can work down to the fate of Greece. Now, while we continue doing that, it's been a couple of days since I last actually played this. At the moment I'm starting to flap and trying to get back into get a few of these recorders. That's fine for has just recently updated patch 1.1.2 or something, and with this updating constantly it's starting to get more trickier to play old save games without these being corrupt. So I'm going to try and get as much recording in one sitting now so that I don't have problems and lose this game, because I'm enjoying this playthrough. This one's going alright so far. Let's have a look at aircraft. Check us. I think this one's saving it for Rommel. I need Achtung Panzer. So it's just that one. I was at 84 days. I may do that after the First Lufthansa Award, or we may just go for the fate of Yugoslavia. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet. Go for one or the other anyway. Okay, in terms of production, support equipment is what we're going to need the most of at the moment. That needs increasing. We're going to change this off again. Seems easier, which I never really used to do in the base game, but it seems easier in this, particularly with the amount I've got to just highlight one or the other. I'd like you probably already do that. I never did. Thing as well I didn't really know what I could do is manage occupied territories. I didn't know what this was. I know, like, if I do manage to take over France, for example, what the hell? Is that the same nation still? I'll have a look. I can manage it, which I never knew until watching videos recently. Things like that's crazy. I've had nearly 200 hours worth of gameplay on this and didn't even know that. Okay, so production again. Sorry, we need to increase. Could do increase some more anti-tank. We need definitely more of these vehicles. And I can start getting behind. Support equipment like artillery. That's not knocking too much deficit. We should be gaining on that, to be fair. Check our stockpiles. Increase that slightly. Plus 1.4 a day. Artillery 9.8 a day, so that's knocking that out. Shows we lost 65 days. 184 days. That's a lot longer, obviously. 79 days. 758. God damn it. So transport vehicles. Transport vehicles and support equipment is going to be the first thing we need to do some work on. We're going to not use that at the moment. Let's check our Air Force. We just left them in the original places. 51C. So we've got 328 of these in stockpile. Oh, I forgot this is where I'm having issues with knowing what bloody plane does what. Never mind. What we're doing about producing planes, let's take a look at the plane production. So I'm producing one of these a day. We'll need to check the research on that night for 1938. We're also starting to upgrade to our Stuka dive bombers. Let me check the tanks. It moves down the Panzer 3A and Panzer 4A route. What we're doing in our division template, let's have a look at that for Panzers. Panzer 2, Panzer 1. I'm actually recruiting it at the moment. We're doing infantry, we're not actually doing any Panzers at the moment in time. Do we have any Panzer armies? With our first arm, Maginot Line, Polish border. East Prussia. First Army. We're going to rename that to Southern Poland. Southern Polish Front. It basically helps us keep an eye on what's happening. Who's these guys? Northern Polish Front. and reserve arm. First armoured is over here. Reserve army can stay as a reserve, so that can be now changed to southern front. We're going to change these three actually to a new theatre. Change that to the Eastern Front. What I've noticed is when you do actually do micromanagement stuff like this, it can be easier to actually keep track of your armies and what you're actually doing, where things are. And now I know exactly how to get to these. I know which troops are on it, and how many divisions are in the armies, so on and so forth. If I want to assign men, I can just go straight there and move them on to where I need to. Okay, so we are building some of these. We need to keep stockpiling these tanks so we can move up. I'll check the research development of those in a moment. First of all, we need to add this military factory to somewhere. And we need it currently, like I said, our support equipment are on these. Move out to 2 rows. That's 2 rows. That's 2. That's 1. We could do a get rid of these, to be fair. Get rid of one of them for now. We need to knock them off. 2 there. No one there. Okay, so let's move along. Let me check. Transition. Let's check the research. How we look in terms of our armour? It's 938. We are producing these. We need to actually upgrade into the next Panzers. Let me have a look. We're not really doing any tanks. We're doing the submarines. What about planes? So we need to move along to the D. So we are starting to get a little bit behind with the technology. First luxury award. We're going to change that. We need to upgrade our air force. The tanks will still do good anyway, so that's not really a major issue. What I may do first, I believe, is Acton Panzer. 84 days. Resources, what we're lacking. We need 1 rubber. Can we actually construct any factories for rubber? No, request technology approved oil plant. Let's move on to there. Oil plant. Approved oil plant, that's what, 1930. 939. We could produce rubber. How many factories we got? Not a hell of a lot at the minute, so we're gonna have to do some trade though. Oil, we ain't got a lot of, so we'll produce 1 more. Oil. No, it's not saying we need it because we're not in a deficit technically yet. So get 1 more moving in straight away. Rubber, we'll sort that out from the UK. I don't really like getting supplies from the UK, etc. at the minute, but it is what it is. Research. In terms of our armour, what we probably won't do, we won't upgrade them now until 1939. I think the 1936 Panzers should be okay. What should we go for them? We'll go for the 1938 ones and leave it till 1943 or 42, so we've got 4 years. We can't even get those actually. It's 1939, sorry. Oh no, so we're actually alright, we're alright. It's just planes. What about Navy? I am sticking down the mid-range submarines, they do seem to be the best. I have looked into those, so we're going to do that. Stukas we can't really change now to down that way. We're not going to have aircraft carriers, so we need to change that. What about normal bombers? Let's have a look. This version of the DO-12 bomber could carry 40 kilograms of bombs. GU bomber is a long-range light bomber. So these are short-range heavier bombers, I reckon. So we do have some bombers, but we don't need to upgrade those yet. Navy's fine. What about equipment? 938. We could do with a basic mortar team. We create infantry defense plus 8%. Breakthrough, let's do that. 4 days. How are we looking here? 27 days in. So just going to keep producing infantry divisions, making some more and more armies. Where are they actually being produced? Oh, I've already got 10. So that's some front. Could do again 4 of these. Get them on that line. That's full up. East Prussia could do with... because these armies will go for the Russian front eventually. With those over there, they'll head on their way. Obviously the armies on this front are going to have to be moving to cover the Russian border when we get to that stage. So what we're going to do, any armies, any troops we keep building now, we'll just distribute them accordingly to the front lines. Okay, so we've got our first armoured. That's the German theatre. We're not really naming these to fronts at the moment. We could do get a contingent force ready to deal with Denmark, Sweden, those kind of nations. I never really go that direction. I've only really played Germany, I believe, once as a normal playthrough, and when I've played them anyway, off camera, I've never really gone that direction. Western Poland, so we need to increase this dock, I believe. Submarine sorted. I forget, can we do these yet? No. What about actual ships? Carriers, like I said, getting left. Scharnhorst battleship. They'll be super heavy battleships. Bismarck class, we can't do that yet. We're not going to bother with that. What's all this? Torpedo attack. I completely didn't even realise they were there at the bottom. Okay, construction, production of other ships. Let's have a look. We're building Valkyries 2, Scharnhorst class. That's going to be in 11 months. What about screen ships? Destroyers for a year. Submarines. Change that out to the subtype 7B mid-range. They should all be producing here. They are. What about our surface fleets? I'll have a look at those. Take that off. Got 16 ships here. These need moving soon. Well, if we're going to go to war, they're definitely moving. Just deal with that, and then we'll look at our subs again. I'm going to increase it all plant 1, because I want to get the ones so we can produce rubber. Okay, so we have a naval fleet here. We do have mid-range ships, mid-range ships. Are they all mid-range? Are they all mid-range? Yeah. Merge them together. The coastal submarines, they're obviously going to stay in here. I will actually mix some of these subs with some of these, just so they can bulk up the numbers, but they'll be defending the Baltics, is it? Baltics here, yeah. Damn, I forgot what we're called. Right, so this surface fleet as well, they're going to merge. We could do with some light cruisers in here. We've got 2 battleships, the only 2 battleships we have are there. Need more dockyards. Right, what's happening here? Research. Construct. Could do with... is that important at the minute? All that's done. Does these increase the efficiency of the construction? Not really sure. Okay, so the minute Acton Panzer's almost done. Speed along a little bit more. Right, so aircraft's now be updated. That could stay where it is until probably 1941, maybe. Armour's fine. Navy is fine. We're upgrading these. Anti-airguns are not going to bother us. We're going to be using tanks. Tanks? I'm going to use tanks for anti-air. We use aircraft. 939, the artillery is all up to date apart from anti-tank. We are actually going to look at doing some heavy anti-tank guns as well. I'm assuming that's going to be Pack 38, Pack 88s. What's that? Heavy hard attack. Ooh. Increase that. And you change production of the aircraft. So that's going to be the A. D. Upgrade 150. These still need a lot more to upgrade. We need to increase this slightly as well. Increase that as well. What about the tanks? So still backfilling old ones to keep the supplies up, but we're obviously going to be changing. How many we're looking at with the 4s and 3s? Can we actually change them? Got 179 of them, 150 of them. 200 of them, blah, blah. We'll filter some in. Acton Panzer's done, so now we can put Rommel. That way we're going to do the fate of Yugoslavia. Let's put Rommel in position. Armour defense, armour attack, sweet. Is Rommel in charge of this armour corps? He is. We could do with producing some. Thing is, these are going to change year on year. As soon as you can unlock a new tank, like here. It's 1937 Panzer Division, which includes Panzer 2s, 3s and 4s. Why don't I move with the times? Right, they've got 6 of those. No, 8 of those. Let me have a look. 6 of those, 8. Let me edit. Can I edit the name? Yes, I can. Let me just call it Panzer Division. Panzer Division. Rename. Let's get rid of the Panzer 1s. We've got a lot of experience. We'll change that out to Panzer 2s. Armour battalions, that's going to be Panzer 2. Panzer 2. Panzer 3. Panzer 3. Panzer 4. Panzer 4. So we're going to have how many? 50 Panzer 4s, 60 Panzer 3s, 120 Panzer 2s. We've got everything we need. Logistics company. How's that going to look? Okay, no template. We don't need to be producing Panzer 1s anymore. They're redundant. Get rid of those. Move them further up to the top. 3849, so not bad. These are being upgraded. What are these? They need to change their template to the Panzer Division. We're going to need more divisions now. Okay. Get rid of the 38Ts, we're not going to really bother with those. We're just basically bypass them, as armoured attack is going to be... It's going to be essential, to be honest. We need to use those to actually push through as quick as I can with the enemy. So, how we're looking at with the fate of Yugoslavia, it's going to be another, what, 54 days. So we'll get this speeded up while this is happening. slow it down 1 second. We're going to start training. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need MPs eventually. You start training some armor, so train. Leipzig, is that right? Leipzig? 5 divisions at a time, so we can get Rommel filled up. We could also do with recruiting. That's semi-motorised, motorised plus. It's motorised plus. MPs, it's got 5 there, 3. What's the difference? It's got 2, so what's this got different? Field hospital. Small support equipment, but with 5 of those, we do want to do some. I want to do some normal SS regiments as well. What other SS divisions have we got? Panzer division, that's 38Ts and that. We're not going to do any of those. We're not producing any. SS7 motorised. We're going to train. A few of those in Magdeburg. 4 of those. Okay, keep going. Those are going to filter in with the normal infantry divisions. So these are going to be creating more divisions than armoured, more armoured. Okay, so interwar torpedoes have been done. Detectors light cruisers, torpedo attack. This is going to increase those torpedoes attack. That's great. Keep doing that. Basic mortar team done. So 1938 equipment. Improved infantry equipment. It's cavalry, motorised, and mechanical. Going to help us motorised. Can we do that yet? Explosive teams, all infantry make a breakthrough, hard attack piercing. Let's go for that. How are we going to produce light infantry? Is there light infantry? Light infantry units. Light infantry units do have some breakthrough. We could incorporate some, I suppose. Are we producing any of them weapons? No, we haven't researched them yet. I may add 2 brigades of light infantry into normal infantry divisions. We'll do that at a later stage though. Come on. Let's get a fate of Yugoslavia first. Then we may look to end the video there. I'm not sure how long we've been running. I don't want to run it too long. France and Britain announced alliance, so they're banded together. 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. Save Yugoslavia. Right, okay. So what we're going to do is annex all of Yugoslavia. Political power goes down, root tension goes up by 7. Okay, so we've gained that. Oh dear God, what's happening? Legion Award. Let's go for that. We're going to go for the fate of Greece. Could do with them in alliance. Ship-wise, are we producing convoys? Yes, we are. I also want to produce, in terms of screens, light cruisers. And we're going to produce these in the usual place where we're producing all the ships over here. Okay, let's have a look at newfound territory. What resource? Do we gain any resources here? Some aluminium, quite a lot actually. That's going to be perfect for his aircraft. Is there any tension? No, there isn't. Okay, these guys can basically... Where are they going to need to be next? For now, until we know what we're doing, they can just garrison this region. That'll keep them occupied. Probably get a southern front, and the southern front, what we'll probably have as well is if we need to send some troops over to Africa, we'll have to have an Africa corps set up. We are getting 6 more divisions here. Construction's going well. What about resources? Oil. Need to keep it building up. We don't want to be in a deficit. Do we get more civilian factories? We did. We gained quite a few civilian factories, I think. That's looking alright. Get these done. Get some more docks done over there for supplies. In fact, knock them up. Here we go. When are they going to be done? 3rd November. Okay, so do that. We need some more civilian factories as well, to be fair. Get them cranked up as well. And yeah, so far so good. Let me just quickly check our production of everything. That's fine. That's fine. Still a deficit of these and these. Equipment for this line is currently being used for upgrades. They'll sort themselves out eventually. We'll phase them out actually. Oh my god, some motorised. Could do with getting another run of these. Where are they? Such motorised infantry, is it? Where is it? Have they outdated it? Have I changed it? Oh, I'm being daft again. Show outdated equipment. Right, so what does semi-motorised go to? Let me have a look at the aha, one sec. I remembered. I remember from the last video. No. That's liaison vehicles, armoured cars. Anything up here? Victory. Same motorised. It's motorised. Right, okay, so I need to... We'll change this production. Motorised infantry. Yes, so that needs that still. We're going to produce another line. Sometimes what I do get cocked up with the order which stuff goes in, but nearly there we should be alright, but we're going to have to increase a hell of a lot of that. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to end the video there. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, don't forget to give it a like. It really does help me out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.